Hello and welcome back to Statistics with Dr. David Bugg. We're going to look at another rate of change example. In our first example that we looked at, we had a negative rate of change, so a decrease between time 1 and time 2. In this example, we're going to look at the rate of change in a positive example between time 1 and time 2. So in our word problem, we have that the population of the DFW area in 2020 was 6.301 million people, and that then in 2022, 2 years later, the population of the DFW area was 6.488 million. And so our question is, what is the rate of change in the population of the DFW area between 2020 and 2022? So again, let's just start by setting up our equation. So we need the frequency for time 2. So time 2 is here, 2022, and so in 2022 the frequency count for our variable population is 6.488 million. Now I'm just going to write 6.488 m, so I don't have to write a whole bunch of zeros to make that into a million. And then I'm going to subtract from that the frequency count for time 1. So time 1 is 2020. Here's 2020. And our frequency count for our variable population at time 1 was 6.301 million. So again, keep that simple, and we're going to put all of that over the value for time 1 frequency. And again, if time 1 frequency is 6.301 here, then it is also the same value there in the bottom. All right, so just like we did before, let's take this one step at a time. And the first thing we're going to do is do the subtraction at the top. So if we subtract that, 6.301 million from 6.488 million, we end up with 0.187 million over 6.301 million. Okay, so then we can move on to our next part and divide 0.187 million by 6.301 million. So let's go ahead and put that into our calculator to find out what that is. And again, reporting to 4 decimal places, we have a value of 0.029, and the 4th decimal place is 6, and the 5th decimal place is 7, and so rounding up to 4 decimal places, our value is 0.0297. Okay, and before we multiply that by 100%, so we are going to end up with a rate of change of 2.97%. So that was the growth rate in population in Dallas between 2020 and 2022. The rate of change was 2.97%. Thanks, and see you in the next video.